Hey, welcome to my very first video. Today we're going to do 7 Days to Die first day tutorial. Pretty simple stuff. Fibers, the plant fibers we need to start crafting our first couple of things. As you can see, there's lots of things on the ground and in the area to kind of look at and loot. Looting in this game is super important. If you don't loot, you don't get the best gear, like this hammer. Absolutely vital, especially early game, for my survival. We can use the hammer to do repairs and or create buildings faster. Use it to upgrade all of the things that you place down. Let's see. Go ahead and get that hammer out and get some wood. Perfect. So, as you can see, the tutorial over there says that you have to craft a bedroll. And, you know, a bedroll is basically like a bed. It's a place where you sleep at night. And, it's super important that you have one placed at your home base because you'll respawn there when you die, and you will die frequently. This game's not exactly all easy mode. So right now I'm just doing some upgrading because these skills are incremental. This is the Alpha 15 version of this game, and there's several features that left the PC version, but never left the PlayStation or console versions. And so we still have a lot of skills that incrementally update as you use them. It's a feature that was dropped in later releases. As you can see, it's still very much the same here. Let's see. So we got our bedroll crafted. Sometimes it takes a minute to craft something and then place it. So I'm going to pick that back up because I'm not spending the night here. I try to avoid houses, especially my first night, because I've had some very, very bad luck before where you spend the night somewhere and you get attacked by a screamer. And screamer zombie, their job is to, they're basically there to alert the other zombies that you're here. Yeah, I see a bunny. So I'm going to try to hit it with my hammer. I don't have a bow or a club or anything like that just yet. There's a, oh shoot. This is not good. Yeah, that's an army camp, and there are landmines all around the army camp, and some really tough zombies on the inside. As you can see, there's some zombies trying to chase me right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and head out this way instead. I'll probably take a look at the map in just a second because, yeah, you see, they keep attacking me. So I'm going to go see what we can find over here. Maybe take a look at our map. So this game has several menus that you navigate with your bumper buttons. Basically, oh yeah, I see. They're just coming at me. So I don't know if this version of the game has it, but some versions of the game you can set the zombies, yeah, like that. You can set the zombies on fire with your torch. You always want to loot their bodies because, I mean, I just found 42 9mm bullets. It's easy to find a 9mm, and so that's what I'll be looking for. You know, coming up here soon is a 9mm pistol. You find those things in the strangest places because sometimes there'll be like toilets or sinks hanging around, and you'll find a 9mm hanging out in the toilet or the sink. I don't know if it's intentional or if it's a bug, but it sometimes appears that way. Alright, where's that body? I looted the body. I hope I can find the body because you can sometimes get bones and stuff out of their bodies. And you use the bones to create a shiv, which is basically an improvised weapon made out of bone. And basically, it can be like your first starting weapon. Oh, perfect stuff. Alright, this one is almost done. So I'm going to go ahead and craft that stone axe as it says up there in the corner. Go ahead and it'll pop up a little notification when the crafting is done. Usually, I accidentally picked the wrong thing. There you go. And it doesn't take long to craft an axe, and especially starting out, you're going to want to continuously craft things as you use them, so that way you're not ever using crappier equipment. You want to continually upgrade. Basically, as you use the skill of crafting, you gain more levels, and that makes each subsequent item you craft a little bit better. It's pretty incremental, but the difference is pretty noticeable, especially especially early on when you're crafting these stone tools. All right, it looks like I am near a river area. This is a very specific area, I think. No, maybe this is just the desert. Oh, no, there's the river. Okay. So, yeah, you see, I just ran for a bit. There's a chicken over there. Let's see if we can catch it. Might as well try. Early game, getting some meat can really help out because you can cook the meat pretty much easier than most things. There we go. Alright, so we crouch down under the water. We're undetected, which is great. We're just gonna hit the corpse until we get some meat and some feathers. It's perfect. It's a good amount of feathers too. Okay, I'm gonna loot that. Alright, so I technically need to get up and over these mountains, but if they're too steep to go straight up right now, I could probably do it later with more success. But essentially, I'm going to try to work my way to a flatter section of the mountains so I can get up and over. So I'm going to head... I saw some zombies over here, so maybe I don't want to go over there. But basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go over this way. And I like to, especially first day, I like to collect as I go and continuously move because we don't have very many defenses at this point, and no weapons to really speak of. We have the stone axe, but it's not that great of a weapon. It takes probably 10 to 12 hits with this, direct hits with this, in order to kill a low-level zombie. So it's not the best weapon. I want to craft a wooden bow as soon as possible, so that I can upgrade and shoot things from afar. It's a ranged weapon that I'm looking for. Yes. So, here is a bird's nest. This is incredibly important. These things are all over the place, and you'll see them as you go along. They kind of look pretty distinctive, honestly. It's not something that you would miss. But I always cut down the grass around it in a 2-block square radius. Let's say, from the center. Basically, just enough space so that it's the only thing in the area. So that way, the next time I come back through here, if the eggs and whatnot have respawned, I can come and grab the eggs and feathers a little bit more easily. It kind of streamlines the processes. All right. So let's see. We're gonna make some pants. Gonna do the hood. see. Shoes. Oh. And gloves. Okay. I think because our inventory is full that it's just going to auto place some of this stuff. But it does not. Okay. I see. It's going to my taskbar. I need a shirt and shoes. Yep. So, do some combat. Pretty basic stuff. There you go. So, you want to try to always aim for the head, because the head's where you can do the most damage. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. Oh, no. Alright, well, we're going to continue down this hill. Oh, let's see. Where is our shirt? We made a shirt, right? Maybe I did not. Alright, so shirt, and we'll get the shoes on too. We'll let those cook for a second and continue down. So we want to keep on moving. Like I said, the zombies are a real threat to us at this stage. Things can get pretty dicey pretty quick if you aren't paying attention. Okay. So here's a town. I believe there's a highway that runs right through the middle of it, but I really want to avoid this area. You can see there's already zombies coming towards me. Oh, there's a deer over there. I wish I had a bow already. I would have used that for food, for sure. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I see there's a bird's nest behind us. Alright, so you can do extra damage to these zombies if they are stunned. So if you knock them down, you do, I think, double damage at base level. And so that's kind of what we want. We want to continue to do maximum damage. But while they're down, try to hit them in the head, because that's where you're gonna do the most good. Okay, so I'm gonna repair it, and then I'm gonna scrap it, because I want to try to increase my repair skill as well. So let's see. There we go. Oh, all right, our axe is level 3. Let's see if we can't harvest some goop from these zombies. So, this is an important late game item. It's a blood bag. Now, it really only does anything for you if you have the medkit recipe. And then, if you do have the medkit recipe, you can use it to create blood bags, which are used to create medkits. Basically, you take a small hit of health in order to get more health. It's like you creating a medkit, so you can heal your health back with food, and so you're basically you're banking on eventually creating a sorry, totally lost that train of thought. That's fine. We're gonna carry on. Pretend like that never happened. Okay, so I'm just trying to gather a little bit of stone here because I don't know how much time I'll have before night starts. And I need to have weapons. So, let's see this. We'll craft this. Yeah, I'm going to drop this wooden club. Alright, so we got the wooden bow over here. Put the water up here for a minute. Okay. Let's see. We got some rotten flesh already, and we've got a bow, but we need arrows. As you can see, it's in the ammo weapons crafting section. Basically, I'm pulling up this screen pretty often because I'm gonna be crafting a lot as I go. And it's super important that I continue to, continuously create and monitor my inventory, because this game is also very much about inventory management. I know a lot of these this classic games like Resident Evil 4 were all about inventory management. So we also need to be all about inventory management. But as you can see, I can take out zombies much more efficiently with a bow. So I don't have to get as close. No, I guess I didn't get him all the way. I hit him in the head. I expected the headshot to take him out. He must have had more health than expected. Okay, so right now we are stunned. Yes. It appears we picked up a couple of stragglers. Let's see. Oh, that would be nice. Salvage. Alright, got him. So, as you can see, there's a tooltip about spending skill points because I just gained a level. Now, in this version of the game, you gain 5 skill points per level, and it's just as you go on. So, you level up the individual skills, and those all individually add up together to a larger experience pool. It's all kind of hidden behind the scenes in many ways, but you'll see the results of your incremental improvements as you go along. Alright, so it's midday, it's 1300, and I'm going to run past this place, because this place is always growing zombies. It's a crack-a-book. We're going to come back here later when we get a little bit further into the game, because we need to gather all those books, because I have recipes and skills that you're going to need later in the game. Obviously not super high importance right now. Also, we took some damage, so might as well heal up and see about eating a little bit too. Yeah, you can see. So our food, our water right now is at 71, and our food's at 90. And we kind of always want to try to hover around 100%, because you lose stamina if you start if you don't eat enough, and eventually it can kill you as well. So like you can die of thirst or starvation. So it's important to keep those statistics in mind. Yeah, so clear these out. And we want to gather as many feathers as possible, especially early game, because we need to have lots of arrows to handle all these threats that are going to be in front of us. So here we're just going to gather some stone. It's a slow process, especially such a weak axe, and I have such low levels in tool usage at this point. But later on in the game, you'll be able to hit the stone just a couple of times and really gather as many resources as you need. It does get significantly easier as things go on. So, alright, let's see. This one's gonna be a bit tough. There we go. We got him down on the ground. Shoot him in the head while they're down. Alright. Skill in weaponsmithing is now level 3, which is great. It's the first skill that we've kind of done any leveling in for any real amount. And it's great because you can level up this particular skill, weapons making, by making a ton of arrows. And as you'll see, it's pretty straightforward to get. I missed that opportunity. I had a headshot lined up, but then it moved. You'll find that happens a lot. The animations in this game sometimes are a little bit glitchy. It's okay. It's part of its charm, honestly. There we go. Oh, he's not dead. So they ragdoll right away. that's how you know that you killed them properly, is that they kind of like flop around. Alright. Now, alright, I'm seeing if I can't collect some bone of some sort. If I have a shiv, I can collect more resources out of the skeletons. So basically, you can gather more rotten flesh and a very important ingredient, which is animal fat. You know, yeah, I know. It comes from a human, it's a zombie, I get it. But we use that later on for making blueberry pies, which are one of the best foods in the game. Because you can carry it with you anywhere, and this game has a feature where basically you can you can carry things that smell, and a zombie is more likely to come in and attack you or find you if you have something that smells. Kind of like this raw meat. That raw meat, that smells. They can smell it, so you know they're more likely to come hunt you down in the middle of the night. So I'm gonna create a chest later, in just a little bit, and we're gonna use that chest to. We're gonna use that chest to hide the scent. And basically, you put stuff in containers. It takes away the scent. So, anyways, there's these boulders scattered all around, and you can see me hit them along with some trees. But these boulders are a great early game resource because they contain stone and iron, and when you break them apart all the way, you can get nitrates and charcoal as well. This is all the ingredients you need to create some basic gunpowder, which is great for ammo crafting a little bit later in. We will be doing a lot of ammo crafting. It's very important. Okay, let's see. I have, how many stone? 63 stone. Well, I'm going to craft 63 arrows. Okay, so I'm going to use up the rest of these feathers for today, and I think that'll be enough weapons crafting for today. There we go. Use up the rest of those, and I want to gather enough stone in order to make another axe. Because once the axe breaks, you can't use it to mine anymore. And since it takes a really long time to punch stone out of a rock, it's much better to keep an eye on that stone level and always have enough to craft your next stone axe. At least until later on in the game. When you don't have to worry about stone axes as much, you start worrying about, iron or steel tools. Because ultimately you want some steel tools to really craft things. There we go, okay. Yeah, I just leveled up my skill in tools, which is great. Alright, get some wood here. And I am on my way to a specific location. So there is a area over this direction, further down this road. And it's basically a safe haven. Because it's flat, it's wide, there's a place to loot right around the proverbial corner, and a trader relatively close. And of course there's a river. And all of those things combine to make one of the best, I think, best places to hide out in the game. So it's not hide out, but more, it's one of the best places to start a base. In this game, it's essentially a modified version of any sort of defense game you've ever played. So tower defense, you think of, tower defense or other games of that sort. And this is very, very similar. All right, let's see, repair. All right, so that one's going to come out. Now we're going to get this. And as you can see from the screenshot, this bow, this wooden bow, is level 70. It's got 71 points basically, and it's the quality. So the quality of this bow is 71 currents. It's low quality. And so these do less damage and they break way, way quicker. So we kind of want to continue, upgrading and updating it. So as we go along, we'll continue to craft bows and weapons. But specifically arrows is going to be the biggest factor of success here. So, you want to keep an eye out for those birds' nests. And just basically, keep on crafting arrows. So we currently have 90 arrows in our inventory, which is enough to kill probably 10 to 15 zombies in a panic situation. If you take your time, you could probably kill more than that. It all depends on how patient you are and how willing you are to take some damage in order to advance. So, okay, I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't even know why that. Okay, so this is great. These are electrical parts. These are a late game item, but they are very important to hold on to, even now. And I will come back through this area and do more looting. Okay, so let's see. I don't need the sand right now, so I'm just going to drop that and swap it out. Because I filled up my inventory space. As you can see, it's pretty easy, especially early game, to fill up your inventory space all the way. And it's less than ideal. Yeah, there we go. So we are almost at the place that I want to be at. So it's not too much further. And I'm going to go ahead and basically tonight I'm going to work on crafting my first knight's base. So I'm gonna craft a shovel. I'm going to craft a chest. Actually, I should just go ahead and craft the chest now. Save myself the trouble. Alright, let's see. It'll be in basics. And secure wood chest. Secure storage chest. I'm going to have to make some space in my inventory for this. Let's go ahead and eat some chili. There we go, yeah. We're getting really thirsty. We've got some water because we scavenged some. As you can see, we have water, and the empty jars can be reused to create clean water. Something's following me. So you can zoom in on these enemies, and it does make them a little bit closer. But it kind of narrows down your field of view so you can get a better shot. You always want to go for the headshots, as we talked about. It's the only way to be sure. So you have to be willing to be patient to capture those perfect shots. And sometimes it's not as easy. Right? Okay. So now we are cutting down this tree because tonight I'm going to be making. Oh, please. Alright, hold on. So these deer run away. They have a very strange animation when they run. But basically, I'm trying to sneak. It still doesn't see me. Although I'm shooting arrows all around it. I think it might have. No, it did not detect me. Usually that little symbol in the middle where our reticle usually is, it's an eye right now, and it shows how aware of me other entities might be. Alright, so we've done sneaking. It's okay, I'm just gonna chase it.